In the late 1960s, Northern California was full of peace movements, music, and change. But in the middle of all that hope, a dark figure appeared, a man who brought fear to the entire region. He called himself the Zodiac. The Zodiac Killer became one of America's most mysterious and terrifying criminals. He didn't just kill people, he wanted attention. He sent letters to newspapers, created secret codes, and laughed at the police who couldn't catch him. It started on December 20th, 1968. Near Vallejo, California. Two teenagers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, were out on their first date. They'd parked their car on a quiet road called Lake Herman Road. Sometime that night, another car stopped nearby. The driver walked up and opened fire. David was shot in the head. Betty Lou ran but was killed just a few feet away. Police found no clear motive. Nothing was stolen, and there was no sign of struggle. The case made no sense, but it was only the beginning. On July 4th, 1969, another couple, Darlene Farron and Michael Mageau, sat in a parked car at Blue Rock Springs Park, just a few miles from the first murders. A car pulled up behind them, then left and came back again. The man inside got out and started shooting. Darlene was killed instantly. Michael survived but was badly hurt. Later that night, police received a chilling phone call from a payphone. The man on the line calmly said, "I want to report a double murder. If you go 1 mile east on Columbus Parkway, you'll find kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm Luger. I also killed those kids last year." The voice was cold and emotionless. Before police could trace the call, the man was gone. A few weeks later, 3 California newspapers received strange letters. Each began with the same line, "This is the Zodiac speaking." The letters had a strange symbol, a circle with a cross through it, and included secret codes made of random shapes and letters. The Zodiac said that if anyone solved his code, they would know his real name. People all over the country tried to solve it. A school teacher and his wife finally cracked one message, but it didn't reveal a name. Instead, it said, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. Man is the most dangerous animal of all." It was clear that this killer wasn't after money or revenge. He killed for fun. On September 27, 1969, college students Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were relaxing by Lake Berryessa. A man appeared wearing a black hood with the Zodiac's white cross symbol drawn on it. He told them he was an escaped prisoner who needed their car. Then he tied them up. Without warning, he pulled out a knife and stabbed them over and over. Brian was stabbed 6 times but survived. Cecilia was stabbed 10 times and died 2 days later. Later that evening, police received another phone call. The man calmly described the attack and said, "I am the Zodiac." 2 weeks later, on October 11, 1969, a San Francisco cab driver named Paul Stein picked up a passenger. The man asked to be taken to the Presidio Heights area. When the cab stopped, the passenger shot Stein in the head. 3 teenagers saw the killer wipe down the taxi and walk away. When police arrived, they found something disturbing. The killer had cut off a piece of the driver's bloody shirt. Days later, another letter arrived at the San Francisco Chronicle. Inside was that same piece of shirt. The Zodiac bragged about the murder and even threatened to shoot school children. The city was terrified. Parents kept their kids home, and bus drivers checked their buses for bombs. Over the next few years, the Zodiac continued to send letters. Some had new codes, others had maps, and many mocked the police. He sent Halloween cards, drew fake bomb diagrams, and claimed he had planted explosives that were never found. Police investigated hundreds of suspects. The strongest one was Arthur Lee Allen, a man who loved puzzles and weapons and lived near the first crime scenes. But his fingerprints, handwriting, and DNA didn't match the Zodiac's. The evidence wasn't enough to arrest him. Eventually, the letters stopped coming. The killings ended. But the mystery didn't dot in total. The Zodiac is confirmed to have killed 5 people and injured 2. Though he claimed to have killed 30-7. His case remains open in several California counties. Even today, no one knows who he really was. In 2020, one of his famous unsolved codes, the 340 cipher, was finally cracked by a team of codebreakers after more than 50 years. It said, "I hope you are having lots of fun trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber." Even after half a century, the Zodiac's voice still taunts the world. The Zodiac Killer wasn't just a murderer. He was a man who turned fear into a weapon. He wanted fame, attention, and control, and he got it. More than 50 years later, his name is still unknown, his crimes still unsolved, and his story still one of the most haunting mysteries in American history. The Zodiac Killer, the ghost who signed his crimes with a symbol.